Today, we are going to talk about two big changes in NHL 24. Now, I have plenty of thoughts on this game. I'll be honest, this game is about 80% the exact same as 22, maybe even 80% the same as 21, but regardless, this is NHL 24. I still love hockey games. I'm going to be posting tons of content surrounding this NHL game, so be sure to like this video and subscribe to catch plenty more videos coming soon. Now, let's talk about vision passing. If you are unaware, this allows you to hold down the right trigger and select the exact player you want that puck to go to. This provides you with extreme accuracy and speed with this selection of passing. The other thing I want to talk to you about is hitting. When the game first came out, I couldn't land one hit, and I was extremely confused. Make sure you give yourself time to practice the new hitting system, because hitting now involves you to do two actions, and I think that's important for you to know. We'll talk about that later in the video. Let's break down these two important features. With the vision passing, the first thing you'll notice is that it's very overpowered and often overused. Keep in mind, we still have other selections for passing. The saucer pass, which I still think plays a very important role, and then regular pass, which is still R2. Now again, I play on the PlayStation 5, so everything I'll be referring to will be for the PlayStation controls, passing being R2 for your Xbox. That'll be the right trigger, I believe it is, so just something to note. We now have so many options for passing, so be sure to practice which is best for you. One thing I will say, it's pretty upsetting. They've removed every other option for controls in this game. I do not know why. Just a little bit of history. My dad still plays these hockey games and he uses NHL 94 controls and he loves it. And now he literally will not be able to play the new hockey because they don't have the controls that he prefers. He will not switch. He'll just stay playing the old ones, which to me, that's that little thing they took out. I just don't understand it. Okay, anyway. So the vision passing is accurate and the vision passing is fast. It is without question the best option to pass the puck for the most part. Let me break this down a little bit. In slow traffic is when I would still default to using the saucer pass. I'm finding when the saucer pass is received for whatever reason, whatever you do after that can usually involve in throwing the goalie off more or blowing by defenders more. This is purely speculation, but I feel this happens to me oftentimes when using the sauce pass. You'll see me play with it on stream. You'll see me play with it in videos. You make a connection with the saucer pass, almost every single move you do after that will have way more success than if you would have just made a different pass, the regular pass or the vision pass. It's actually kind of crazy. Also, wrapping the puck around the boards and making board style passes will typically perform best with the saucer pass. In NHL 23, you may or may not remember, you used to be able to slap sauce this puck up the boards, and no matter how fast it was, your players coming from the line change would almost pick it up every time. But the change in this game, when you do a slap pass, that puck is catching probably like 3 to 4 feet off the ice, and you're not going to be making a reception with that puck anymore. So kind of a change that makes sense. I haven't seen many people talk about that, but it's just something to note. If you did use that tactic, when you would slap sauce that puck towards the bench amidst the change, that's not going to work very well anymore, and it will rarely work. I haven't had it work once for me yet. Now, as you are moving around the ice, I still find using the regular pass is most effective. If you're cycling the puck and you don't want to have to make big decisions on where the puck is going, use the basic pass. By just hitting pass once, that's how you perform that basic pass. Too many people are using the new passing system, which I find makes them take a second before actually selecting where they want that puck to go. You can also hear when that player initiates the vision pass, so you can also take advantage of that by clogging the passing lanes or attacking with a hit. Now, this passing system is actually not new to sports games. In NBA 2K, every player from the point guard to the center has a button mapped to them at all times. So all you have to do is initiate that passing system in NBA 2K. X is point guard, circle is shooting guard, square is small forward, so on and so forth. The selections in this NHL series though, there may be some sort of method to how they map these buttons, but typically based off of what I've seen, it seems kind of randomized. You'll have to make sure to look at that player when you initiate the vision pass to see which button is mapped above their head to make that successful pass. Like I mentioned earlier, I actually think it's too fast and accurate. From forehand or backhand, most times you select vision passing as an option. The pass is unbelievably fast. If this NHL game was treated like most other games with patches and updates to these issues, we might see this changed, but because we don't normally see that, you might as well use this to your full advantage. For one-timers, cross creases, D2D fast passing, utilize vision passing. It's going to give you the fastest overall puck movement NHL 24 has to offer. Now, let's talk about hitting. I was playing online versus and I could not hit for the life of me. I was playing on stream and it wasn't until somebody mentioned how to actually properly hit by going down and then up on that right stick. Down initiates the hit, up makes that contact. So it's just going to take some time. You're going to want to focus on that and practice the timing for that. Once you get it down, you'll be good. Now, hitting in NHL 24, although is different and fresh, I feel it almost connects every single time. This is with players that are in their low 80s, mid 80s maybe, so keep that in mind. As you start trying this and you're playing other people that are trying this as well, you're going to have those players in their 90s and the game is going to be almost all hits. It seems we went from the extreme in NHL 22, 21, and 20, where sometimes making a hit seems impossible, to NHL 24, where hitting is almost 80, 90, high 90%. What we may need is an update to make the new hitting more balanced, and I'm just not sure we're gonna see that. Also, most hits seem to just be myself or my opponent flying by, making the hit, and continuing on. I feel the hitting is disengaging. If I hit someone, it should slow me down, or if I miss, it should make me struggle to get myself back into the play. They mentioned in the trailer we would feel like hitting would almost become a decision and whether we want to take the chance or not. I personally don't feel like the hits slow down the game like we were expecting, and although it feels fresh to be able to set up hits more, the majority of the hits you make just feel not real and the contact is very high percentage. Not something you'd see on real hockey today. And personally, the mechanics to how these players get hit, it is new, it is fresh, I love the replays, but it's just not realistic. They're falling over like trees half the time, and it's just not something you would ever see. Now, those are the two things that are very important to note as you are getting into NHL 24. If this is going to be your first time playing, make sure you hop into play now, make sure you hop into practice mode, try these things out, figure out which works best for you. Again, this game isn't that different, but these few things are very important to note. So make sure you give yourself time to get used to them. We'll see you out there.